rise, the crowd draws near. A realm of battle soon appears. Scars of honor, tales to tell, of kingdoms rise and kingdoms fell. The night is young, the ale is strong. We'll sing this song, it won't be long. Grab your seats, let's dive right in. The stream is about to begin. Follow, follow, follow Armegon. The stream is life, come everyone. Stars of honor where legends spin. Follow Armegon, the stream begins. Heroes gather, mages cast. Moments fade, but memories lost. The battles rage, the kingdoms cry. The story lives, it will not die. The time has come, so gather near. Raise your voices, let's make it clear. The call is strong, let games begin. The stream is about to begin. Now heroes, take your place. Adventure calls in this grand space. Stay and watch, don't wander away. The stream begins, it starts today. Follow, follow, follow Armegon. The stream is life, come everyone. Stars of honor where legends spin. Follow Armegon, the stream begins. Hear ye, hear ye, the fire is lit, the stage is set, a tale unfolds you won't forget. Stay a while, brave souls and kin, the stream is about to begin. The banners rise, the crowd draws near. A realm of battle soon appears. Scars of honor, tales to tell, of kingdoms rise and kingdoms fell. The night is young, the ale is strong. We'll sing this song, it won't be long. Grab your seats, let's dive right in. The stream is about to begin. Follow, follow, follow Armegon. The stream is life, come everyone. Stars of honor where legends spin. Follow Armegon, the stream begins. Heroes gather, mages cast. Moments fade, but memories lost. The battles rage, the kingdoms cry. The story lives, it will not die. The time has come, so gather near. Raise your voices, let's make it clear. The call is strong, let games begin. The stream is about to begin. Now heroes, take your place. Adventure calls in this grand space. Stay and watch, don't wander away. The stream begins, it starts today. Follow, follow, follow Armegon. fire is lit, the stage is set, a tale unfolds you won't forget. Stay a while, brave souls, and kin, the stream is about to begin. The banners rise, the crowd draws near, a realm of battle soon appears. Scars of honor, tales to tell, of kingdoms rise and kingdoms fell. The night is young, the ale is strong, we'll sing this song, it won't be long. Grab your seats, let's dive right in, the stream is about to begin. Follow, follow, follow Armegon. The stream is life, come everyone. Stars of honor where legends spin. Follow Armegon, the stream begins. Heroes gather, an age is cast. Moments fade, but memories lost. The battles rage, the kingdoms cry. The story lives, it will not die. The time has come, so gather near. Raise your voices, let's make it clear. The call is strong, let games begin. The stream is about to begin. Now heroes, take your place. Adventure calls in this grand space. Stay and watch, don't wander away. The stream begins, it starts today. Follow, follow, follow Armegon. The stream is life, come everyone. Stars of honor where legends spin. Follow Armegon, the stream begins.
Hello everyone, and happy Easter for those of you who are celebrating it today. I have prepared a special stream, and today we are going to see some of your beloved class talents, and this is Paladin's talents. I have also a special guest, a person who is working 24/7 on all the talent trees. Person that can tell you quite a lot about how the talent system will work, in general, how we are planning to create these classes, and what every one of them will bring to you. Now, without further ado, I would like to go and welcome Mr. Coco. This is our one of our senior designers who are making a lot of stuff around the spell. So, Coco, welcome. How are you feeling today?
Hello, obviously nervous, excited, all bunch jammed together.
Yeah, we're all really happy, guys, to sit down here and show you what we have prepared for you. There is one small problem today. I'm still waiting for a build to complete, so that until it completes, I will show you the changes from my Unity. So excuse me for that, but this will not stop us. This will not stop us to sit down and see all the new things that are in the store for you. Before we start, I would like to give the word a little bit to Coco to tell us a little bit more about yourself, what you are doing in the company, what are your main tasks, what are your day-to-day activities, and in general, what do you bring in the game?
So basically, I am working on the spells and the talents content. I am the guy who brings all the data into the game. After all the cool developers and artists finish their work, I'm the guy who actually puts it into the game through everybody's favorite SQLs, databases. That's something that if you if you are into game design, guys, you cannot escape tables in any shape or form. That will be your destiny, which is fine, obviously. But I know a lot of people might have interest in that sort of thing to peer behind the curtain a little bit. And beyond that, obviously, I also help with integration of the balancing after that has been validated. Essentially, everything that connects the tissue between the spells and the talents. That might be number of talents, some balancing, cooldowns, damage values. All of that will come into a big, nice package in a couple of weeks. So it will be a product and a game that everybody will enjoy, having a hands-on with. I mean, yeah, it's worth talking about myself, obviously, and not everybody's good at this. But suffice to say, guys, if something is broken on the talents, feel free to go to Discord and say, "Coco, you messed up. You need to do better and patch this quickly."
Also, I can add one thing to the resume of Koku. Koku, guys, is the number one. Hey, I need more of mechanics. I need more abilities. I need more cool stuff so I can bring it in. I can make new spells and I can make more talent. So, guys, if you want a new mechanic, Koku is the guy. You go with him and you say, "Hey, Coco, let's make this," and he will be the biggest advocate for getting more and more things inside the game. Now, Coco, without further ado, I would just right away open up the talent tree. And I'll have to refund my build, by the way. I'll have to start with this. And I'm not sure if you can see my screen, but you can open up yourself and let's speak a little bit about the changes in general that we have applied to the Paladin tree. Because, guys, for those of you who are following us, you would right away see that there are changes. There is a different layout that we have applied this week. Coco, can you tell me a little bit about, can you share to the people, not to me, because we were in the active discussion whole week, me and you, about this, but can you tell a little bit to the people why we decided to throw off the old layout, create a new one, and what is the story behind it?
Okay, listen up, people. So the first thing that we did is allow to have two starting nodes at the start of your journey as a paladin or whatever class you might choose. This essentially can help double down into being a specific role. Usually there are two starting nodes that fulfill three of the main roles that a class will have. In the case of the paladin, that would be, let's say, the tank, the inquisitor, which who deals particularly more with fire damage, consuming, burning stacks, etc., or the third spec, which is kind of more concentrated on the avatar, a bit more on the mobility side. But now you can double down to that fantasy a little bit more without sacrificing the first starter node, or you can completely do a hybrid of those.
Yes.
And I think this is probably the big thing that I have actually been thinking of sharing during this stream is the design of the class will kind of guide you through a play style. Like you will be fulfilling this role on paper, but the player can say, "Okay, thank you, Mr. Designer. That's very cool and dandy, but I would like to do my own thing and go completely off rails and come up with something that is tailored to the experience of the player that he wants to go through." We're not gonna be handheldy when in terms of the design of the tree, so players will be able to experiment, share builds, come up with I guess new metas in a sense, or even off meta builds.
And break the
I'm
game.
personally a big fan of exactly break the game. I'm a big fan of off meta stuff. Everything that's meta, I get immediately allergic to it and try to do something else while also breaking the game. But yeah, to sum it up, we're trying to give you more freedom. And the next thing that that we did was to kind of make the branches a little bit more straightforward. They're not as twisted and narrowed, so you can clearly see a path forward that's being created for you, which obviously you can choose to go down that road, or you can choose to take a turn here and there. Maybe now it's the time also to mention that this is not going to be the final take on the tree. This is one iteration. This will be continuously growing, especially with Veni's latest additions to the talent effects that he allowed us to implement. There will be places where we'll need to reallocate those new effects, which might mean making the tree bigger, by the way.
So, Coco, one thing that I really want to sit down for a moment, especially for those who joined a little bit late in the stream. In the past iteration of the talent trees, the first one that we created, we had again the 6 major nodes. These guys are the major nodes that me and Coco are referencing. These are the paths that you want, that are your first choices when you want to create a build. We sit down together with Coco and Alexander, the game design director, and we were like, okay, we are having a talent trees that can extend up to 300 and sometimes even more than that of talent nodes. Talent node is every single talent that you see over here. If we stayed on the old version where we had just one single choice, this automatically means a big portion of the tree is automatically locked for you guys. So we said, let's take the maximum of what we have as a talent tree and give the player more control. Give more control in the player's hand so you guys can create very unique builds. For example, my first iteration that I would do personally for myself, I would go Sunbreaker and Precise Vindicator Strike. Why I would do so? Because if we take a look over the Precise Vindicator Strike, you guys can see that this is definitely some sort of knight and definitely a more aggressive type of a Paladin play. This would lead me into Avatar. This is my beloved spell. This is probably my #1 spell from the whole Paladin tree. And then the Sunbreaker on top is the equivalent of the Inquisitor. Am I correct, Coco?
Yeah.
Speaking,
this is where the Inquisitor was supposed to be if we did the subclasses thing, but this is where that thing was reintroduced into the talent tree. This is where the fiery stuff is.
Okay. So, how do you suggest to demonstrate what these talents are doing, and from which one to start? How would you like to demonstrate these to the people? Because we have 6 of them, we can make combinations, but we can go and explain each one of them. How would you want to do it?
I would obviously gravitate towards something like a self-sustained kind of guy, so I would definitely take the Healing Hand talent.
Okay.
And then either the Sunbreaker or go to the Vindicator stuff and get Avatar. You can see that even I kind of hesitate to suggest a build because
it's
there's
enormous.
There's a lot.
It's enormous. Okay, so I think one of the easiest to explain for the beginning would be the Vindicator Strike path. Let me try to go over these nodes, and in the meantime, I would like to ask you a little bit about the separation of types of nodes, because we can see the major nodes that you have explained, that these are the 6 of which we can pick only 2. But then we see a lot of talent nodes that are with different size and shape. Can you explain to us a little bit more, to the players in general, a little bit more about the different type of talent nodes and what is the story behind, for example, square type of nodes, bigger circle and smaller circle? Can you explain that?
So the starting nodes obviously have their own visual frame to differentiate from the rest. And also they have a different size to kind of focus the player's attention. The small nodes are kind of a startup grades, small increments of power that you will be getting along the way. They might feel a little bit uneventful if you take only one, but you'll be getting a lot of them. So in the end of the day, when you sum up the smaller nodes, because you have taken a lot to reach some of the big ones, that will actually end up being a big chunk of power up for you. Then we have the kind of a medium nodes. Those directly change a specific skill's behavior, whether that's cooldown reduction, damage increase, range, mana cost reduction, or something else. It might grant an aura, it might have some other gimmick behind it, but usually the medium nodes with their corresponding icon tell the story that this spell affects this specific skill. And then we have the square ones, by the way. Those grant active abilities.
Yeah, like Avatar Sanctification, for example, right?
Yes. Those would be the active abilities that you will be unlocking through the talent trees. That's the visual language that we're using for now. Obviously, everything is subject to feedback with the players. What's happening, Benny? Are you able to progress through the tree? Because I don't see how many points you have. Okay.
I am.
Oh, you're just reading.
Yes, I'm just reading, and I have stopped in general here because I wanted to take this path, the precise vindicator, and start to explain. And then we had these minor nodes that I have just obtained, which automatically increased my strength. And this is something that will allow you guys to build to create your build your way. But one thing that is interesting here is that, for example, in order to reach the Holy Vindicator Strike, which is basically deals a 30% more damage, and it's now a holy spell, Coco, can you tell us a little bit about the game design idea behind Holy Vindicator Strike that increases 30% damage and makes it a holy spell? What was the idea behind you making that node?
So the idea here is that as you grow in power with the character, you might accumulate items that provide you holy cool damage. That would make this talent even better, because now, since that spell is holy and you've changed that aspect of it through the talents, now you get more benefit through those stats or those talents. And there might be various other talents that we put, like all holy spells now restore HP or grant you a buff. Now this spell will begin applying to those rules because it's in it's in that school. There's a lot of things that can happen here with just changing of spells school, and the possibilities are up to us to add. I wanted to mention something about PoE.
Okay.
A lot of players have, like you can even PoE 2 that has the smaller tree, small talent tree compared to PoE 1. That tree, we need to not forget that it is shared through all classes. In our case, each class has its own unique tree. I think that is important to mention, because once we combine all classes talent trees, we will end up with the couple thousands of nodes that this game will actually have.
Okay. So one other thing that I want to kind of show to the people is the possibilities in general to reach one same node. Guys, one thing that we can do, for example, I can unlearn all these and I can apply this path and still learn the same spell. This is something that you can do in many iterations and find how you want to build it. It's up to you guys. So let me just try to go the same path again, because I really like the strength path. And can we go somewhere to demonstrate the increase of damage for Vindicator Strike? how before I learn it and after I learn it. Where can we go there? Fight some mobs down there?
Maybe I should have played as a domination. That would have made
Or we can
right?
make a duo. No, wait, don't. We can just go duo.
Oh, we can just do.
Yeah. So if you just accept the duo, we can demonstrate it here in between. So the Vindicator strike is Blazing Sweep as a name. Am I correct? This is the misconnection between the translations.
Let me see. It should be.
You
Yes, it should be.
Yeah, we still need to. This is not final, and this is why we still need to. So it made around 390. So I will not be able to learn a new spell while I'm in combat.
Possibly, yes. I think you
Okay, let's
might
wait.
have difficulties while.
Okay, now
while
I'm not in combat. Let me try to. No, it will not allow me. Yeah, we need.
In any case, it's.
Oh no, I learned
It is
it. I
pretty.
learned it. Learned.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Let's see.
We're out of
If
combat.
it
So
will
I learned
actually
it.
do it.
I'm not sure if it was clearly demonstrated because it's also something of a row in between. So let me see again to see the damage. It's actually rolling to a little bit down, but right now I'm not sure if I'm even casting the correct one. Let me just check very quick. Because
Let
they're
me
even
see.
with
You
the
need
different.
to press. You need to be spamming one. You need to be spamming one.
Ah, okay. So I'm spamming two. I'm pressing two. I'm using the wrong spell in general. Okay. One thing that we are right now working really to fix, guys, is the animation between the melee strikes and the animation controller. First, this animation is not going to stand that way. Can you heal? Can you heal so I don't kill you?
Oh,
Yeah.
I can tell you that you're doing more damage than me. The damage I deal to you is less than the one.
This is the unsync currently that is happening on the second strike. If you guys pay attention, the first strike is having a fine, but then the second strike is unsynced. The animation, the VFX is unsynced, while the third one is fine. This is a in progress build that you're looking right now, and this is why this thing is happening. Now, one thing that I would love to do right now is continue and obtain. Maybe I'm not in combat. Yes, I'm not. To show you what Avatar of Sanctification looks like for those of you who are new in here. This is it. Let me just. I already have it on 5. So, guys, this is the ability. This is basically making you become Berserker and do quite a lot of damage. Let me heal you, Coco. But yeah, I think this is something really cool. Guys, what do you think about the visuals of the Avatar of Sanctification? Are you... Oh, what is this spell, Coco?
Oh,
The
we're
double
still in
bubble?
a duo and you got it. Or did you kill me?
No, we stopped the duo. I beat it in the duo.
This is one of the paths that you can take. You can become more of a support paladin, not a full-blown healer, but the party will still, obviously be healed by you. You will be keeping up all the party members healed or protected in some way. We're trying not to make the paladin like a full-blown healer, but it is certainly a specialization that you can try to become. If that's your cup of tea, to not just be the guy with the big sword,
Yeah.
killing enemies, you can be a little bit more on the holy side.
So, I would like to also show a little bit the default spells that are for the Paladin, so you guys will know what will be the current playstyle of the Paladin when you come to the playtest. This is not final. Abilities will change, balance will change, but this is the current type. As I said, the basic attack is your Vindicator strike. Oh, you're using the defensive build. What it does is basically a 3-strike combo that applies damage. This is the ability that you spam as much as possible. Coco, heal yourself. So we can have a little bit longer
Should I
fight.
make myself immortal for now? Just for a
Yes,
little bit.
do it. Do yourself.
Okay,
immortal.
I am your damage sponge now.
Okay. He's with God mode. This is why he's not taking any damage anymore. So this is the ability that you will spawn a lot. And this is basically what made this Holy Vindicator strike. This is the Holy Vindicator. One thing that is Blazing Sweep is a... Coco, can you explain the Blazing Sweep? I think it was a AoE. Was it a AoE?
Blazing, yeah, it's a cleave. It's a cleave which applies the Sanctified Fire, which will be your... It's the quintessential damage over time for the Inquisitor Paladin. There will be a lot of interactions with that spells when you consume it on a target or if the target has it. So yeah, essentially the spell cleaves in an area and applies this damage over time to all enemies inside the area.
Yes. So one thing that I really want to highlight in here, guys, the animations for everything that you see, especially on the Paladin, are really not up to the standards. This is definitely something that we're really looking forward to improve. As you know, guys, we are a type of developers that are very critical to our own work. You know, from one of the past streams, we had a lot of problems in general, a lot of things to improve around the lighting, around the environment and stuff, and we focus there a lot around how characters are looking in general. And right now you definitely can see the improvement, even though I'm running from Unity, which is not the most optimal way to see the best beautiful graphics compared to a complete build, but you can see the increase of quality of the characters and even how they look. This metallic stuff which brings a lot of depth to the character. Now, the third spell, if we move, is Healing Hand. This is the healing ability of the Paladin. Coco, can you explain a little bit about that playstyle? Are we going to have a full-blown healers as Paladins? And what is the idea behind that spell?
So currently, the Paladin is not want to be like a full-blown healer that you just spam healing spells with it. This is more of a sustain type of a spell, but you can choose to cast it on an ally. You're not bound to just to heal yourself. So that gives it a little bit of versatility here. And I think now is a good time to mention one of the effects that you brought to the table in the last couple of days. We will be able to make, let's say, Vindicator Strike reduce the cooldown of this spell, which means that as long as you're fighting something, you have the ability to cast Healing Hand more often.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a very cool way of making you heal more by making you attack more.
So what we experimented, me and you, on your request, and this was, guys, I'll tell you an inside story. It was like, what was it, 1 a.m. Through the week. We were making stuff, and I was helping Koku with some setup, and he was like, you know what? I have a dream that one day we will be able to have a cooldown reduction while you're casting another spell. And I'm like, okay. And then 2 days later, Koku, your dream is here. Now you can do this. So he is right now being able, for example, on the third Vindicator strike, every time you cast the third strike, see this. This is first strike, second strike, third strike. On the third strike, if you take a talent, this is something that Koku will add in future. Koku, what is the idea to be on the below the Healing Hand talent tree, or you would put it somewhere else? What is your idea?
So we can put it. That's one possibility. The other possibility is potentially to make it go in the two-handed kind of archetype, which means that it will be more for dueling, not so much as for fighting. That's the beauty of this. We can actually make it. We can actually place it in a lot of places, and one talent can be on the third attack, but another talent in the opposite part of the tree can be on the first attack. So maybe you would try to get both of those and have more cooldown reduction happening. So,
got it. So the idea with this is basically that the more you fight, the more you'll be able to remove the cooldown that is left on your spell. so that you can cast it more often and more often. Now, moving from the Healing Hand, we go to the Heavenly Dive. This is very controversial spell that we were discussing a lot, and guys, we want to hear your opinion on this. Let me show you what it does, because it's always best to show it rather than explain it. This is a jump type of ability that also applies... What was it? Was it applying slowing, damaging, and damaging?
It is slow and damage.
Yes.
It should apply slow and damage.
I probably need to put God mode on myself so I can cast it more often and more often. This is one of the spells that we decided to bring it in for the test itself, but we are not sure if we will keep it in general. So Coco, you can demonstrate it as much as you want because you're with God mode, so I will follow you.
Okay.
Let's cast it again. It's basically the Paladin jumping like a frog from place to place, and it is quite a if you go too far away from the flag, you lose the duo. By the way, don't stay too far away.
We're in a duo.
Yeah. So this is one of the abilities that we will most likely remove from the Paladin, because we believe this is something that suits more the warrior archetype in general. We are not sure if we're going to keep this 100% in the game, but we would love to hear your opinion, guys. This is definitely a different take with this, but we're still not confident that this is a real Paladin spell, you know?
Probably need some angel wings to make it work.
That slow that it applies is, for me, it's 100% a warrior thing, you know. And then we have the avatar of Justice, which is something that I obtained through the talent tree. Inside the talent tree, you can see after it's obtained, you can make it even more optimized by reducing its mana cost or going forward and reducing the cooldown. Basically allowing you to cast it more often and more often. Now, let me see what you guys are saying in general. Ancient Wings or Holy Chain sound sick. Is a warrior skill change for Smite. It would be nice for a Paladin to have some type of mobility skill for once. This is definitely the idea behind bringing in the Heavenly Dive. This is what we were discussing, Coco, if you remember, with Alex. That the mobility is definitely something that is lacking right now for the Paladin, until we bring the Cavalier or something like this, so that he makes a charge with a horse or whatever it is in future we want to do. And this is the idea why we brought it. How do you feel personally, Coco? Do you believe we should keep Heavenly Dive as a Paladin thing, or most likely remove it in future?
I am on the camp that it's more of a warrior spell, and I'm more of a charging type of mobility for Paladins. And we do have a charge ability. It does a lot of things. I know that you personally think it does a little bit too many things, but we can bring it down. I think we can show it to the stream.
Yes, we can definitely show it and discuss it with the people. So, Coco, can you explain very briefly Avatar of Justice? What does it do? I think it's pretty much obvious, but still for those people who joined. Can you explain?
So the idea behind the avatar is to make you more powerful. Currently, it gives you weapon damage mod, some critical hit chance, those type of stuff. But it needs a little more juice. I personally think it needs more crit damage
to make it more impactful.
A little bit of immunity, but those type of things, I think we should provide through talent. So you get the baseline version of it, which is still a power up, but through talents you can get increased duration, increase the power that it provides. So there's a lot of things that we can do with the avatar, but we just need to be a little bit careful not to make it so the class doesn't feel fun if you are not in an avatar. That is a big thing about power up cooldowns that I have in the back of my head.
Okay. So Then we have a Final Verdict Absolution, which is a very interesting spell. What you can see what happens when I cast it, for example, over here, all in between all these people. So can you explain about this madness?
So you get a bubble. You get a bubble.
You get a bubble, and you
Everybody
get a
gets
lot of
bubble.
bubbles. You get a bubble, everybody gets a bubble. Okay, so sorry, but I erupted when I saw this. So soldiers assemble. The chat is getting crazy when they saw what is happening over here. Coco, please go ahead and explain the idea about this spell.
So this is a protective spell that the Paladin will cast to allies nearby. So here, positioning is obviously a big thing, especially in combat scenarios. So you will be able to catch as many allies as possible. Once cast, you grant everybody a absorb shield for a brief time.
Got it.
So you need to be extra careful to cast it in the proper time to negate as much damage as possible if that's your goal, or to prevent an incoming damage that you know is definitely coming to your party.
So this is a absorb shield. This is not full immunity. This is the big difference, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, Coco, I think I would refund everything from the altar of sanctification, and then we probably can go and make some other build and explain a little bit about the different ways of being a paladin. What would you suggest to go forward right now?
Maybe some of the block. We don't give
Okay.
tanks enough love. Maybe something on that front.
So the tank build is the down left one, not the
It's left. It's absolutely left. It's it's both
bottom left.
nodes that point left.
Okay, the one, these two that point left. Can you explain the difference in between these two paths?
So one is focusing on blocking, while the other is focusing on hitting people with the thing that you block, which is the shield. So one focuses on blocking, the other one focuses on shield smiting enemies.
Maybe you can join with I forfeited the duel. Maybe you can join with a ranger or something so that we can demonstrate the block ability, how it works, or mage or whatever. Something that you can. In the meantime, I will take restorative ages, or I will not take it. Do I have the shield as default, or I need? Oh, I think I have it. Ages. Is this the default shield, right?
Yes.
Okay, I would put it on number 2, and I would explain the idea. Guys, this shield is only active while I'm holding 2. If I just press 2 and leave it, the shield gets automatically removed. But the shield is something that you would hold while you're having somebody that is shooting you with projectiles from in front of you. So see this. Let me put God mode so that I can cast it more often. If I drop, then it goes out. See this. I'm pressing. 1 second. See this. I'm pressing, holding, and then if I remove, it stops. This is the type of shield and how it works. So as long as you keep it kept down, it will protect you from all the incoming projectiles. Let's wait for Coco to join. Are you joining with Sacred Order Ranger or Mage?
Domination.
Okay,
mage.
okay.
Coming your way.
Okay. I can probably come as well. Oh, I see you coming, yeah. Let's use the bridge as a nice place to fight. Okay, so start shooting at me.
You're a little bit further away on my end, by the way. Let me rewalk.
Yeah, rewalk something.
We're desync.
This is from Unity, and you might be having not the latest version or something, so try making a rewalk and you should see me all good. By the way, let me see if the build is actually complete. Oh no, we still have like 1 hour left until it's built and we can play for a
About the
build.
block, I can also share that we have we will have on block events. So if you successfully block a spell, your next shield smite can be more powerful as well. So there's the playstyle of you actually timing the blocks to absorb projectiles, so that your follow-up spell will be more powerful.
Armegon, is there any NDA for the playtest, or streaming and content creation is allowed? Content creation and streaming is allowed. It is only important that we convey the right message. The idea of the test is not to give you a beta or something very polished. It is essentially a technical test for an unfinished game. It will give you the sense of what game might be, but guys, don't expect a finished product. This is very crucial for you to understand this. The whole idea and intent behind the playtest is basically to get the crash rate, to get the problems, to understand the technical problems that the game have. This is a technical test and pretty much nothing more. Okay, can you start shooting at me? Let me apply the shield, and now this is a block, as you can see. When it's down, I'm having the... Oh, by the way, let me remove the God mode, because it's confusing. God mode, if I write it again, it will turn it off, or I need to write something else?
Oh, just write it again.
Okay, can you hit me now? Again. Yes, now it's reducing the HP. Hit me again and again. Let me apply the shield. I think it
should be working.
It should
be working.
It should be, but I think it... No, let me... I am with the God mode off, so I need to wait until I apply the Aegis again. It depends if you place the proper flags on the mage. This is definitely something that you should double check. But moving with this, the restorative Aegis grants health regeneration. What does it mean? That means the moment when I apply the shield, I will get healing right now?
While we are holding down block, you should be getting
okay.
Healing over time effect.
Now start fighting. Start sending me projectiles. Okay, continue. Don't stop. I'll apply. Yeah, now I'm getting the heals. Now there is a block and I'm getting the heals. This is how it basically works. But there is some VFX left over in the development. Oh,
this is
done.
This is the active block state actually. Right now, if you were to cast Shield Smite, it would have made more damage than normal.
Oh, so this is the connection with the Shield Smite.
Yes.
Which one was the Shield Smite? Here it is. So let me put
the other one next to it. The other one? Yep, that's the one.
Sorry. Yeah, it says Shield Smite. Shield Smite swamps the enemy target with your shield dealing damage. I don't have shield, but I think we need to apply this restriction as well. So let me start hitting at me. Let me do the so right now it just did a damage. What you're saying is that if I successfully block several, it will do what else?
Mm-hmm. It should deal more damage and it should also silence me.
Oh, okay. So start. Okay. Fight.
You didn't get the active.
I didn't get the proc. Okay, let's try again. Let's try again until I get the proc, and then let's see. I don't want to do God mode because it will probably make it look weird. So let's try again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, start. I think I got it now. Did I? No. Still no proc.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I got it the first time, but now I'm unlucky and I cannot get it now. So let's see. Okay. I have it now. Come. Yes. Now it applied, made a more damage and applied a silence on you. So this is what this first talent does. But I think we need to also add this as an explanation below, because currently just says the grants health regeneration. So
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
it does also. I mean, while you walk, you get the health regeneration. All the other stuff that we did, those are baseline, but we can move them to the talents to make blocking for the tank feel a little bit more specialized if the need arises.
Yeah, so I'm seeing the increase of the armor, and then on top, replenished ages, which is reducing the cooldown by 1 second. Let's just check how much is it right now. The cooldown is 12 seconds. So let me take 2 of those. 1 second. Yes, I think we need to update the... Yeah. Oh, wait. I was watching the wrong spell. I was watching Shoot Might rather than Aegis. So let me remove that and see. Okay. Am I correctly doing this? Because replenished Aegis is not reducing the cooldown currently. Is this a bug? Or I'm just watching somewhere where it's not intended?
It's
Cooldown is 20
definitely
seconds.
a bug.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a QA report on Friday about
okay.
that.
Okay, so we need to fix
But
that.
I know how to fix it, and you already provided the tools for it with
Okay.
the new aura effect.
Decisive Strike third attack heals you for 20% of attack power every 3 seconds for 12 seconds. So this is quite a heal build. Is this the decisive strike third attack?
This is the tank basic attack,
Okay.
which he will be utilizing with one-handers, because you cannot use Vindicator Strike with a one-hander. That's how it's gonna be. Every archetype will have its own basic attack in a sense, so you need to be mindful of that. It's usually tied to the weapon type.
Okay, so currently I don't have that.
Let me fix that for you.
Okay.
You need to write down 461. One spell 461.
461. Okay, so decisive strike. Okay, so let me replace it. Yeah, this is the one-hander attack, and yeah, this is the third one that does this kind of a healing. Yeah. Okay.
I really like the double swish on the third strike.
So this is for one-handers that I'm basically learn myself right now. Okay. Okay, so this leads us to, what is it? The Bulwark Crush. So is this the end goal of the slam down your shield, dealing damage to all enemies around you? So let me take that one.
This is essentially the kind of the ultimate spell of the tank. You will be jamming down your shield, dealing massive damage around you. And we have some. Probably I shouldn't be spoiling stuff because that's your job. But down the line, I will probably allow you to understand what we can do with this spell, because like just damage is not enough. We need to pump it up a little bit. Even though it's AoE, we can do very, very cool stuff with it, especially if it's tied to being cast after blocking.
We have a really cool question from the community. How does taunting work in this game? And this is definitely something that we worked upon this week. The taunt spell that I created, do you remember the ID so I can learn it and we can demonstrate it? I think I wrote it to you somewhere in between. We have it,
Yep.
maybe.
I can say it. It's 21621.
21621.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this is the taunt. Okay. Which, by the way, I don't know why I definitely submitted the translation, but still missing. So a taunt name key. Oh, somebody renamed it. Okay, this is why. So if you log in right now with your Paladin back, we can go and we can find some monsters over here so we can demonstrate how the taunt work. But while you're voting, I would explain. In general, how threat works and aggro works in Scars of Honor is as follows. Every spell that you cast generates a threat against the target that you're fighting. And this means this is only applicable only towards in PvE, not in PvP. What is important is there are essentially 3 ways of getting the aggro. First way is dealing damage, and we are specifying the threat amount for the different spells in order to allow more threat generation. For example, this spell might be generating 30 threat, while this spell on every hit, every damage that it does, it might generate 300. So there is a different amount of threat generation. But then we have the taunt ability, which is basically taking the one enemy that has the biggest amount of threat and then putting 8,000 on top or 2,000 on top, securing you 100% the fact that you will be attacking Koku. You went past me. Where did you go? Oh, you're
Yeah, I
okay.
thought I had the desync again, but it was just because I was watching the stream instead of the call directly. So I'm logging back in.
Okay, so this is how the aggro and threat works in Scars of Honor. Are you accepting more people for the playtest? We already had a quite huge amount of requests, and we will basically not stop accepting more people. But what is important to be said is that we are not going to allow everyone at day 1. We are going to unveil and let more people in timely manner. That means there will be a bunch of people that are on day 1. Then we'll get 5,000 more after that, then 10,000 more. Because, guys, we are already having more than 60,000. More than 60,000 people that requested access to the test. And this is a big number. So we cannot let everybody at day 1. And we will gradually let people in. Okay, so Coco, let's go and let's generate some threat against... hopefully these are... configured
Careful
properly.
not to pull too many of them. Okay,
Yeah,
you got
see where this guy is following. He's getting out the proper way. He's not jumping through the. Can you take the aggro from me? I hope. Just fight with that guy. If he is configured properly, he would respect the aggro. Yes, as you can see, have seen, guys. Now he is attacking him. I will just cast taunt on him, and now he will come back and start attacking me. Now, if Koku is fighting more and more and more, he would get essentially back the aggro. But at this stage, I am the tank because I just casted taunt on this guy. Let's apply Koku. Let's replay the same with the next NPC over here. If you go there and grab the aggro, grab it. Okay, now you have it. And let's stay. Okay, let me take it from you. Yep. He is now attacking me. Can you help killing him because I'm pretty much at low HP. Yes. Spider limbs. Okay. So this explains pretty much how the threat and the aggro works. That's funny looking spider. This is a placeholder model, and there will be a spider. It is just the configuration is for spider, the visual is for skeleton, so don't mind that. As I said, this is a development build. If you guys see, I'm even playing from Unity right now, so this is not final build, this is not anything like that. This just allows you to get a grasp of what will come. Okay, so I think this pretty... Oh, let me cast one more time just that cool looking spell because I think it's cool to be seen. I think it's really nice effect. And then we can move towards the other builds that the Paladin have.
Just wonder, do people, what does the people in the stream like bigger trees or more condensed trees? That's probably...
That's a good discussion. Can you tell us a little bit how many nodes we have currently?
Currently, this is around 150. What you're looking at.
Yes, 150.
The mage that and the ranger before had around almost 300, and I saw the community calculator created by a very big enthusiast, I assume, and that was the bigger tree that we used. That doesn't mean obviously that we can't get back to this number or past that number. It all boils down to balance and fine tuning,
Okay.
obviously. But
Let me make a
I-
poll. It's fine.
need bigger trees.
Let me put a poll for the community, guys. For everyone who is watching from YouTube, in order to vote, because we have a lot of people watching from YouTube as well. In order to vote, you have to join us on Twitch. And Coco, by the way, with the current votes, I see that on par are 150 is fine, and then the second most voted one is bigger. So let's see how the community will vote on this, and then we will continue. While they're voting, I will try to read some of their comments to you. I think many of us remember how aggro works. You just need to make it meaningful. I mean, the group damage would force the boss to stop attacking the tank, which will lead to the tank actually having to press aggro, and perhaps PvP, and perhaps for PvP the ability could switch the enemy target. So I don't think in general taunt is something that you want to do in PvP, because this is essentially another form of stun. The moment when you change the target, it is definitely creating problems. But for how it works in groups, that doesn't mean that if me, Coco, and several other people are fighting that NPC, the moment when I press taunt, how taunt works. It takes the amount of aggro for the one player that has the biggest threat against that. And let's say Coco has 1000 against this, then there is a mage that has 900, and then there is a warrior that has 500. The moment when I press taunt, I get Coco's 1000 that is top, and this taunt puts another 1000. That means I'm essentially becoming 2000 out of the bat. So the playstyle of the tank is essentially keeping the aggro, so you need to press a lot of taunting abilities to get the aggro to you. Coco, we have the votes, and I think 51%.
By the way, commercial.
Yeah, while we're in the commercial, we can discuss this. There is 150 is fine, is with 50%. Bigger is 39%, and then smaller is just 10%. But then let me see what people are saying in general. We will add already builds for people like me who doesn't want to calculate big talent system. This is really cool question, by the way. What do you
like
think?
Preset builds, you mean?
Yes, like preset builds.
That is something that was part of MVP Plus, but the cool thing about the talents is the community-driven stuff that you will probably get guides online that you will just end up following if you're not into the theory crafting yourself. So doing that automatically in-game, I would say, kind of reduces the engagement with the community. But it is something that we can think about, and it's just purely up to proper UX, just highlighting what you need to get if once you have selected a starting node. I think that would pretty much cover those needs.
There is another question from Vlord. Will spells and ability always hit, or will there be also misses, dodges, parries, glancing, and resists? I think you get the idea of the question. Like, is it 100% guaranteed hit, or there something else might happen?
So currently blocking can negate completely projectile damage. We also had this for the dodging. However, dodge, when you might want to give more insight into this, is kind of in the air for the test. correct, Vani?
Yes, it's not gonna cut into the test because dodge is something that we are actively evaluating at the moment. Is it something that we are going to do 100% for all of the classes and how it will look like and how it will play, or we will completely just scrap it over? Because if dodge is going to bring months of development until we fine tune it, until we are happy to give it in your hands, this is too big of a price. Doesn't matter how great intents we have, guys, how many cool features we want to make, only one thing matters: released or not released game. We can easily fall into a trap. Oh, but that one thing additionally can be cool. Oh, but that another thing additionally can be cool. Many other things can be cool, but the coolest thing would be to release the game and have a stable foundation. This is where we are aiming at the moment, and we will invest. Currently, our plan is to invest in fixing, polishing, and improving what we currently have, reviewing what we don't like. For example, as I said, the animation controller, the way the animations are handling, especially in melee at the moment, is definitely not something that we are happy with. So there we will invest. Okay.
Yeah, walking is one way that you can negate damage. So it's not like I wouldn't say 100% everything connects and deals damage, especially when we have walking in the game.
Okay, so now let's move on with 1 second. Let me just turn it off, and let's move with the next build. What do you suggest to do as next one to explain and show?
Let's see. I would say
The Radiant
we
Banner
can
type?
mean- yeah, we can take Radiant Banner. We can just take the active spell of the banner, which again enforces this supporting prey style.
Mhm.
And the banner is a spell that you would throw around a choke point where your party members are, or in the middle of a boss fight where you can catch as many party members as possible to buff up their defenses.
Okay, so
And in PvP, there's the play around, obviously, for that. You can destroy the banner if you're the opposite faction, and kind of counter this ability.
I think at some point we might want to do a stream just for the quests, because they're definitely something separate that we want to look about. So for those of you who are wondering what is this, this is a marker for the quest. But now let me demonstrate the healing hand and how much it does at the moment. It's around 260 what it does and what it heals, and it does no additional strength and stuff. This gains 10% strength and dexterity for 10 seconds. So let me learn that. And let me see how much strength I have. 94. Let me cast this. So quite a bigger one. Yes, and as you can see, my strength is increased quite a lot the moment when I cast it. So the healing is... And then it's back to normal the moment after these 10 seconds are over. So as you can see, it does the increase, and it does the increase in healing. So this is the type of a support build you're saying, Coco, but this is not something that you evaluate yourself as a healer type, right? So you would pair this build with something of the rest. How would you pair this destructive hand in general? With what would you pair it and suggest the players to do to create a good combination and playstyle?
Yeah, obviously, while you're waiting for your supportive cooldowns to be active again, the best thing to do while you wait is to dish out damage. So you can go with Vindicator Strike, you can go straight up and get some Breaker actually, and support with fire stuff instead.
Ooh, nice.
So you can be half supporty, half inquisitory in that sense.
That's a really cool build right there, because you're basically going north and west, and this is really
North and south.
north south,
yeah.
yes, north and south, sorry, north and south, and this creates a really cool build. So let me just take those and continue. Select. Casting final verdict absolution grants oath of glory. I think this was a let me check, where is it? Oh my god, I have quite a lot of spells.
I don't think you pressed.
Oath of sanctuary. Is this what I need to cast?
Let me check. It's already on your 6. It's already off of.
This is
the
final verdict
salvation is
absolution.
already on your 6.
Got it.
Absolution.
Yes. Okay. And then
This is the bubble.
Oh, what is this doing? I had to cast it on you, maybe. To show it.
This
Yeah,
is
you're
the
here.
challenging spell that makes you immune,
Okay.
which we might not have in the final game, but it is there.
Let's show it to the community and let's see what they think about it. And adding or removing spells is definitely not hard thing to do. I have 10 seconds and then we can showcase it. But this is basically channel to make your ally immune for the duration. So this is you applying a bubble on somebody else but not on yourself. Is that correct?
Yes, you cannot cast it on yourself. It only works on allies. That this is the drawback, and you're also kind of stuck in place. So the ally that's being protected actually needs to take care of you if danger comes your way.
Okay.
Instead.
So if I cast it, you can move, but I cannot move, right?
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to move.
Let me cast it on you and you should be able to move. This is really cool
And
looking, by the way.
I am completely immune to all types of damage while this is happening, by the way.
So this
And
is...
it worked very well while we were fighting the boss this week. By the way, this is how I managed to keep you up alive for most of the time, because nobody was doing much healing, but
Let me apply it.
it is very useful.
God mode on myself so I can cast it more and more. Chat, what do you think about this spell? Do you love the idea of having a bubble, but not for yourself, but for your allies? How would you rate that, and would you find this as a interesting playstyle? Let me cast it on you, Coco, again. I'm casting the
About
spell
the
right now.
alternating, I see people saying, "Oh, so you get just 5 paladins that alternate the bubble on you." Obviously, to prevent that, there will be a debuff that prevents this buff to be applied again for a brief period of time. That's how things can be balanced. But why not have 5 paladins just alternate for the fun of it, for the time being?
Yeah, imagine how cool it will look. 5 paladins just doing this on one single target and saying, "You're not touching this one." And this is definitely something really cool that we can do in a battleground. Imagine a type of battleground where it is like protect a single entity to carry a special payload or something like this. Then in the final moment, you're just going like this, and you're basically securing the game. This would be really cool. What do you guys think? Let us know. We are here every Sunday, me personally, to get your feedback. We are demonstrating stuff that is still not final, and it is important to get your feedback as early as possible. One thing I want you to understand, the fact that I'm casting this constantly is not the reality. I'm currently having a God mode on, which basically removes the cooldown for me. This is a game master mechanic. This is not what you do in real life.
Yeah, obviously, positioning is key here. And yeah, the caster can be interrupted while channeling this, which will end the channel. So that's another way to balance this out.
Okay, so let me continue with the build and take the Radiant banner. This is all under that tree, so let me just take that spell. Somebody asked how many spells can you have on the action bar. Currently the limit is 20. And we rely a lot on the type of oh, it's already deployed, on the type of augmenting the current spells rather than always granting you new type of spells. Coco, can you speak a little bit about that?
So it depends, I would say, on the playstyle. If players prefer to play piano builds, or if they prefer to just focus on a limited number of key buttons that they prefer to press. I'm personally leaning towards less key stuff to press. At some point, it becomes a little bit too much, but that doesn't mean we do not support people that just want to have more and more active skills. There will definitely be a drawback if you just try to get all the active spells instead of you empowering other spells through the passive nodes. You're obviously having some trade-offs for this decision.
Great. So this is the Radiant Banner, and this is basically a great buff. This is something that I think we can use a lot in PvE scenarios, especially in boss fights and stuff. Coco, can you explain how Radiant Banner works and what it does?
So you select, it's a kind of a skill shot. You select a area where you throw the banner, and once the banner is planted, it casts this AoE, which provides armor buff to everyone inside it.
Yeah. And the moment when you walk out, you basically have less armor, because as you can see now I'm 479. The moment when I walk out of it, I'm automatically to less. So this is definitely a great helper when you guys are having a good boss fight or something like this. So this is pretty much what the version in the Destructive Hand build does. We covered the Precise Vindicator with the Avatar. We have the Cavalcade of Light, which I also really like. This is also one of my favorite spells, so let me just go that route. Let me unlearn those and just go to this. Let's get to this. This is a build that does increase your magic penetration by 2%. So this is more of a build against casters, or how do you see that type of a build that goes up to
this
that
is
route?
because most of the spells here scale better with spell power, and
Okay.
this is why, as a because you're turning in a little bit into a magic damage dealer, even though you're melee, that stat actually provides a big damage boost if you penetrate magic resistance on your enemy.
Got it. Okay, so let me learn this, and 1 second. Here it is, appears automatically on my action bar. This is one of the cool looking spells, by the way. Let me just cast it. Yeah, these horses in general. Let me just read again. Summon a Holy Cavalry, repeatedly strike an area and pull targets inside towards the center. Maybe we should go out and demonstrate what it does against the NPCs, I believe, or against...
The pulls are a bit wonky still, but
Maybe let's do a duel then. Let's do a duel. Okay, so no, not that one.
Oops.
Sorry, the wrong one. Casted the wrong one. So let me cast it over here. Yeah, as you can see, it pulls him at the center, and this is the glitch that we are having still. But this is definitely a spell that you can use in a situation where you have like a lot of AoE and stuff. This will do a lot of damage. I'm not really sure if we should keep in general the pulls. We are both with God mode. This is why he's not taking damage, by the way. So not really sure if we should keep the pull. How do you guys feel about it? Do you like the idea of having this pull mechanic that moves the target towards the center, or you think it's too much? No pull. I think it synergizes well with mages. In PvP it's OP. Pull is too much. let me make a poll on this. I think this is a definitely something that it's good to discuss with the community, and we should take their feedback.
The idea for the pull is not to be like a continuous pull, but more of a knockback towards the center. So each time the damage takes, it actually needs to knock you back towards the center. And it's not like a gradual pull. But obviously, it needs to tie down. It needs to be tied down with the idea of horses trampoling you. So it could be a stun, could be a swole, could be a root. So we have avenues to keep the fantasy of the spell still.
Okay. Great. So this is something that Blessed Hammer is still something that we are about to change the visuals of. The idea behind this spell is basically to throw a hammer, and this is a range stun. This is the idea behind it, right? I'm too far away.
The idea is to boink players from afar and be able to. Another way to cut the distance between the target is obviously if they're stun or rooted. So that's another tool in the Paladin's arsenal to get that mobility in that in a different avenue. Obviously, it can work to for tanking, interrupting. You guys know that stun is very powerful anyway.
Yeah.
Can be used in a lot of different scenarios, but
the visuals of it are not yet final, and most likely even the icon is also a placeholder at this stage, because VFX team will go over and basically replace it with the their new VFX. So which route we didn't go yet? I think we have not taken Holy Defiance. I think we did that route. Remove the ground control effects and gain absorb shield. Should we go?
I think full up we didn't.
Full up. Okay. Let me refund. Somebody
we didn't
asked.
Get castigation.
Castigation. Okay. What is this? Final work castigation. Okay. Let me build again the strength. Increase your magic penetration, and then we go to castigation. So let me learn it. Okay. Is it on this? Where is it? 1 second. Sunbreaker. Heavenly Dive.
I think it's on your last key right now on 8.
Yes, exactly. It's always on the last one. So, can you explain what castigation does? Fire to all enemies around you and stun them.
Yeah, this is a little bit packed with power. Right now, it applies a AoE stun and the Sanctified Fire that I mentioned earlier in the stream, which is the quintessential fire dot for the Inquisitor Paladin.
What I see is that the stun is applied with a delay after this. So is this intended, or this is a time given for the player to run out?
Yeah, we need some counterplay because AoE stuns are a little bit too much, and the area is not that big currently. But this is another thing about the spell is that this is a very old spell. It was added for the demo in Brazil, and it was kind of successful there. The radius was huge,
quite big,
2 years ago, and we brought it down.
It was too big. It was starting from here up to here, and it was like stunning everyone. It was too OP. I definitely can tell you this. This is still something really cool. Let me remove God mode so we can see the real cooldowns, because I think right like that this is 1 minute of a cooldown that you can cast. This week we also changed the way how haste work in the game. Can you tell to the community a little bit more about how haste work in general, and is haste something good as a stat for the Paladin to be considered about? Because when we're speaking about Paladin, we always know strength. How would you evaluate when it comes to stats?
So haste, guys, essentially allows you to press buttons more often, which is where the real dopamine comes from, like button mashing. So what haste does is as a stat, it will decrease cast time, it will decrease cooldowns, and it will decrease the global cooldown as well of a spell. Obviously by different metrics for those stuff, but as you can obviously deduct, it means you can be pressing the spells more often. I would say this spell benefits mostly casters because of the Paladin doesn't have that much spells with cast time, but that doesn't mean it's valuable. It's just that the mage, for example, gets even more out of it.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see, because I think we pretty much went over all of the talents, extended Sunbreaker. Now, how would you describe additional improvements? What would you like to see more with the Paladin, and what are the things that you would like to add as soon as possible to the Paladin?
You're asking me?
Of
or
course,
the community?
you're the one that is making it.
I would definitely go with adding talents that obey the tag rules. So if you have a school, it will benefit from a talent. That's something that I would streamline. Right? For example, physical damage spells get this and that. Holy spells get B. Fire spells get C. And it's not just schools that we can tag spells with. It's let's say spenders, ultimates, mobility. Those are tags that we can use, and I really want to get my hands on and put more stuff that kind of change stuff a little bit more based on talents, based on tags, sorry, while still keeping specific updates here and there.
Okay. Would the team ever, this is Sir Medieval asking, would the team ever consider adding more avatar forms for us to choose from, like through achievements, etc., or the talent that changes the way it works visually and effects wise? One thing I would add, I was thinking that we can create a visual thing around the enhancements of the avatar of sanctification. The moment when you get, for example, a exalted avatar or something like this, maybe we can connect that and make the wings a little bit bigger and stuff, but this is just idea that I was throwing. What is your take, Coco, on this?
It's good to know whether a guy that you're fighting has improved avatar compared to someone that has the base one. So there is merit to this, but obviously it's up to how much time and effort we can put into this. But it is something that has value. That's what I can say. Okay. Because it's good for you to understand immediately what you're fighting against. Get this idea, because you can't open the talent window for your opponent, but some visual cues can provide hints what you're up against.
Great. So in general, let me just I have this, let me just go for Fate to stop the duel. Can we showcase a little bit of the new armors that we got this week for the Paladin? Do you have in mind the item set somewhere written?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot a little bit.
Yeah, we should have it somewhere in the discussions with the team, because I would really love to showcase one really cool armor that we implemented this week. I think people will enjoy it. Maybe we can have something equipped that is really cool looking as well. In the meantime, guys, now is the time for you to become active, for you to start writing all of your feedback, what you like, what you don't like, and asking all of the questions around Paladin, the playstyle, what should change, and in general everything that you are interested with. So while we are searching for some cool visuals to show you how Paladin will look with a better looking gear, I will also start reading over your questions and feedback. By the way, in the meantime, I see the results of the poll, and people are saying, the community is saying that the a poll on the Cavalcade of Light is basically fine. 85% voted on this, by the way, which is great. And now let me see what are the questions.
As a note for Cavalcade of White, it's considered an ultimate spell, so at least visually, it needs to give this oomph effect.
Okay.
To convey that it's an ultimate.
Is it possible to make the character starts an inventory as window instead of full screen? I think this was brought back previously. And for the this one, for the stats and inventory, I think we can do that. However, I'm not really sure how well this would work for the talent tree, guys. Because the talent tree is quite big, and I'm not really sure if it's gonna work well in a smaller screen. We definitely would try this, but I would take the time to discuss it with the team and assess in general, can we do it. I think it's not impossible, and it might bring some value, but this is a quality of life improvement at this point. What will be the max level in test, and will there be the main way to level up? So max level, I think right now we're going to set it up something around 20. This is not yet final because it depends on the content that we are going to bring in. Content will be released before the test and during the test as well. There will be a lot of bug fixing happening. As I said already in the beginning of the stream, when the date comes and the test starts, we are going to randomly pick a small portion of people and let them in. Then assess everything: networking, server stability, bug fixes and stuff, bugs, and apply fixes for those. The moment when we are ready, we will unveil a bigger portion of playtesters. We'll send more invites. So the invitation will happen gradually over the whole period of the test. It will not happen all at once, because guys, Coco, this is the old the old set. There is a new one that is with a different core. This is how the playtest will basically be, and you need to pay attention in general to your mailbox and for an invitation from Steam to join the playtest. Right now we are having more than 60,000 people that have requested access, for which I'm super happy. I'm super happy about this. But we need to make it in the right way. We need to let people in gradually, because as I said, this test is, before everything, a technical test. It is expected to have some technical hiccups and glitches here and there, and we don't want to ruin the experience for everyone by just going mad and say, everybody, 60,000 people, let's go in at once. And this is why we are enrolling this kind of system. Don't make the mistake. This is Soul Stitch Solo saying, do not make the mistake of making bloated talent trees. Every game that does this forgets a meta will be established maybe, making most of those useless. I think it is important to find the right balance. I think it's important to find the right balance. Making more for just the sake of making more talents doesn't mean anything. I'm really a fan of having as much that bring value. Coco, how would you respond to this? Would you like to add more just for the sake of it, or you're more into the situation where every node needs to have some purpose? How do you feel?
It depends, because sometimes you need these minimal stat. If we call the bloat stat increases, for example, or like a damage, just a pure damage increase. When you have a bunch of those, when you get let's say 5 of those and get to a bigger one, you create those milestones inside of the game's progression, which can happen, let's say, each 5 levels or each 10 levels, for example, and that really feels good as a player to reach certain milestones. But that doesn't mean we need just crap talents so that you can feel good about finally getting a decent talent. That is still about, we're talking about balance here. Because obviously the smaller nodes need to feel not as impactful, but at the same time they don't need to just feel as fewer. It's all about the balance, because we're also not gonna give you a ton of points, so that's also very important. If when you have limited amount of points, we cannot afford the luxury of just having too much bloat, otherwise you would not feel the impact of the talent tree.
Which brings me to the next question that we have from Ross DMV. How many points will be here for talents?
So right now we're planning to do 1 point per level, but that might change. We might get more points per level, we might get more points on specific levels. This is pretty much up to testing, I would say, and about pacing, whether the leveling feels good, whether you need some kick from power creep. We do have the power to change that a little bit, but suffice to say, players will be informed of how many talent points they get at what level, so they can pre-plan a little bit their talent journey.
Okay. One other question that who is Roxys says, what will be the max level in... Oh, sorry. This is something that I already covered. There is another one. Will there be a target thread list? Final Fantasy XIV has this, and you can switch the targets from the list to. Great for tanks. Thread list is definitely something that we can do, because the way the system is created, we can fetch that data. I don't think this will cut it for the test itself, because we have other priorities, but I think this is definitely one really cool quality of life thing that we can do in future. And then yeah, Zhangyan says, will there be a die in this game? If you're referring to a dying of for example, cores of your abilities and stuff, not abilities, your gear, I don't think at the moment we have plans for making such system. I think such system existed in Guild Wars 2, and if this is what you're referring to, we currently have no plans of making this. Dunk Nugin says, can't wait to break your game and tell you about it. Man, this is definitely what is going to happen, and we're super happy about this. Please do. Go ahead and break it, because guys, this is the intent of the test. Go ahead, break the game, and help us understand where it breaks. This is the intent of the test. It's not about playing a final game. So thank you for that, Dank. How long until, Mr. Gee says, how long until you showcase the Mystic?
I would say very long.
Very long, yeah. And then you see next month, release of the Mystic.
I mean, for some people a month is too much, but...
Yeah. So guys, don't take this as next month we're releasing the Mystic. It was just a joke. It depends on the pipeline. I think what we can spoil, because what it will be a Sunday stream without Vanillin spoiling what is next. Right. The next classes that are most likely coming after the 4 ones that we have right now, and the 4 ones are Paladin, Mage, Ranger and Druid, is most likely going to be a Priest or a Warrior. So this is where we are focused in the future, and these will come next. After that, I think Koku right now we can calmly says that we have a lot of spell mechanics, a lot of abilities to create unique stuff. But once we are creating a new class, we always ask ourselves the question, what is the unique thing about that class? Like, what is the unique thing that only that class can do? And I think this is a very valid question to ask right now about the Paladin, and how would you rate that? How would you define what is the very unique thing that only Paladins can do? And this is something that you would not give to somebody else. For example, like the a protective shield or something like this? What is it in your mind?
I would say that it's a mix of couple of things. Visually, it's the shield for me. It's the blessed shield that we like to call it. Once you block something, your other spells get buffed. This is pretty much on what currently what only a paladin can do. But also the general feel of the self-sustained, very armored type of damage dealer, which is deceptively mobile, because he's like an unstoppable force. He's not that roided up and mobile like a warrior or a rogue, but he can still close gaps. I would say, but if I have to pick one, it's the blessed block. For me currently.
Let me see if I still have it. Maybe I don't, because I'm in another build, or I still have it.
What are you looking for? The channel immunity?
Yes, the channel immunity.
It's
this
on
one.
7.
Yes. So this is the one that you are referring to as the most unique.
No. I meant the what you can do with walking projectiles with your shield.
Okay. For me personally, I think Oath of Sanctuary is definitely one very unique thing for the class that I don't think will suit any other than the Paladin. This is definitely one thing that can stay as unique. Final Verdict Absolution is not as unique as you might find it, but let me move with the questions from the community. What do you think about the AoE spells? I know devs love AoE spells because they look cool, but as a player, especially in PvP, it's horrible because most of the time they are too powerful. Too much of VFX, so it's a shit show, and battles are less strategic because it becomes just an AoE fest. Really interesting question in general about AoE spells, and what is your take for AoE and their place in PvP? Interesting question, right?
It's a lot of stuff to unpack, because the easiest way that we can deal is just obviously like make the cost really big, and now you're not gonna be casting those stuff in player settings that much. Obviously AoE spells are also problematic when it comes to grind farms. Like, you pull every single mob on the map, you just crowd control it and dump all the AoE stuff on top of the big pack that you have pulled. But those things can be ironed out through just pure good balancing.
Yeah.
And I would, saying that, I know there would probably be a build that throws my whole essay out of the window and keeps breaking the game.
This is always whatever. Look, Coco, the funny part is that whatever right now me and you are brainstorming and thinking about the playstyle, the moment when these guys get in, everything gets out of the window. You know, everything that you imagined, they would do it completely in a separate way, in a way that you never thought of. Even the QA team, these are the people that were looking at making this spell and trying to making this bug. Let me try to reproduce it so I can show it to the guys. They were doing this. They were doing this. And I'm completely open to show you what the current problems of the build are. And I'm pretty sure you guys will come and you will find even more stuff. You will find even more stuff. Now let me just respawn myself to fix it. But this is the fun part. Coco, can you send me your coordinates so I can teleport directly to you, by the way?
No.
Okay, so
Stay there.
stay there. If you cheat, you stay
Give
there.
me a moment.
I will just log in with another mage. I think I have. Okay, if you send me.
Here we go.
Or okay, let me just pick it up. Okay. Let me go back. Let me continue with the secret base. Yeah, it's exactly the secret base. You know. Let me see. Question: you guys are making MMORPG. Have some of you play Ashes of Creation? Coco, have you played it?
There was a very hard encounter in that game, which was called Q, and I couldn't get past the cube essentially.
You couldn't beat the Q boss.
I couldn't beat the Q boss. Yep.
It was too tough for you. Unfortunately, I have not even reached that level, to be honest. I thought that game had a lot of potential, but it wasn't my cup of tea in general, because I like different kind of MMORPG style and development in general. Let me just go back and see. Would be interesting to consider giving AoE spells diminishing returns, like an optimal number of targets that you have more than that in the area. Each effect takes less damage because it's being spread out over more people. So we have the chain effect in general. We had one spell. I don't know if we're still going to keep it for the Paladin. That was the throw of the shield. Do we still have it in the build? Or we remove it?
We have it, but the latest build just does not register damage. It still bounces to targets, but you just not be seeing damage numbers.
Okay.
But it's one of my favorite spells, because I also really like playing like as a Captain America type of guy that throws the shield around all the time.
Okay. So
I know some games limit the amount of targets that get damage applied to once you do AoE. Let's say you can only damage 5 targets. So if you have 10, only 5 of them will get damaged. But this is something that needs to be implemented into our game, and we need to spend some time, figuring out those stuff. But AoE spells can be brought down in different avenues. So we'll be keeping an eye on them, definitely. I know for certain.
Armegon, what about races? Any info? Elves, when? I think we're having quite a big fan of the elves. Me personally, I'm also a huge fan of the elves, and to be honest, this is probably, if not my favorite, because so far the Baron became my favorite one. Baron is already in the game. I can create a Baron character. I'm not going to showcase it today because I have explicit warning from the art director not to do so, because he still doesn't have the proper posing animation wise. But when the moment is ready, and it's gonna be before the test, I'm going to showcase. When it comes to elves, they are currently being made. I don't think they they're already inside the game. They're not, but I'm 100% sure, because I have seen the progress of the actual female model for the elves inside, not inside the game, but inside the company, and it will be very soon brought to the game. Other model that is being made as we speak is the orc male. Coco, have you seen it?
Yeah, looks pretty cool, and I will probably be playing either orc or gruntar. And the reason I think the elves are taking so long is because we need to take them to hairdresser and have their nails polished a little bit too much, right?
Am I going to be a spoiler king if I don't show what we're having in SWAC, right? It's not going to be me. So, speaking about elves, this is a low resolution image of the model without hair, without anything. So guys, here it is. Here it is the model that you was asking about. Let me know what you guys think in the comments in general. Any feedback, any idea that you might have, and how would you basically rate this from 1 to 10? Let me see. Speaking about showcasing cool stuff. Oops, let me go quite fast. Not showcasing this. But this is, yet again, I think this is a lovely lady. I think the Sun Elves are coming to a place where they are really unique. I think where we need to be careful in general with them is the animation side. We need to make sure that they are translated properly with animations, and this is the place where we still want to improve quite a lot when it comes to the game itself. But this is the progress. This is the progress of the female elf, and I'm really looking forward to see what kind of customizations the team would do on the model. I see people rating from 1 to 10 with 15 on this, so I think the community likes it. What do you think, Coco?
Yeah, I think everybody will want specific sliders to be added into the game. I'm not gonna mention what those sliders are.
And let me show you something else additionally. This is, of course, I am the spoiler king, and I won't be a true spoiler king if I don't show you the orc model. Now, we had a discussion with Rasmus on this, and first, I love the model. I love what the people did, what the team did here, the stylization, the way the character looks. But we have a problem, Coco. We have a problem, and that is the fact that I don't know if you realized, but all of the races inside the game, outside of the human and the undead, they are quite big. Everything is quite big and massive, especially on the massive side. We have a lot of massive models. Orc, Gruntar, Baron, they are massive. Male and female, they are massive. And then we were thinking, okay, why? If you ask me again, if I had to do something else in a different way, I would definitely do a different version of the orc. This is me, guys. This is me. You can say, Vanillin, you're crazy. Why you're speaking like this? But I would have had a different version of the orc, a crooked one, somebody that is sneaky, you know, crooked face and stuff, not that big bulky guy that is like Hulk smash, you know. Currently we're having a Hulk smash territory. So, guys, community, let me know your thoughts on that. Would you like to see, not that we are replacing it, guys, this is the orc, this is what stays, but would you like to see some different version of smaller, crooked, sneaky type of races, like goblin and orc? I see that the chat is going crazy, but that's goblin, Vanillin. What do you think, Coco?
Exactly.
What do you think? Should we do that?
Keep the orc like extremely big so he can bench press a skyscraper. That's perfectly fine for me.
Exactly.
But anything else is just not an orc if he's smaller.
Okay. So, in general, this is how I feel about the current state of the races. I'm definitely looking forward to see how the orc lady will look like and how the male elf will look like. This is going to be interesting to see. But I think this is going to be one badass of a character with stuff equipped on him. It will look even better. Then we had a lot of progress around, as I said it, priest is what is coming next. And we are already cooking, guys. We are already cooking for you. So let me do a small spoiler and show you something around that. Then we have a lot of new cool armors that are being prepared for warrior. This is something that will go in there. And I think I really love the direction of how we are making the armors pop. I love the idea that we created a workflow where we are not just making armors for the sake of applying textures on top of the character and calling it, okay, we have a new armor. This definitely puts a lot to the character team and asks a lot of things to be made from them in order to achieve this, but I think it pays off. Now, let's move into the final section of today's stream and let's discuss all the questions around the Paladin that you guys might have, because it's Easter. I cannot keep Coco here forever. He needs to join back the family. And it's pretty much late. I'm not sure if even me and you will going to join back the family, because they're most likely sleeping, but still. Let me see what are you guys saying and what are your questions. Vanillin, what happened with the capes? I'm not sure what happened with the capes in general. I'm not sure if we actually... You're getting me off guard because I'm not even sure if we have the cape SWAT, but I'm not sure if I have an item in mind that I can equip. Coco, do you know any ID for a cape? I think there was one with the other set, but we need to dig the ID out of it so that we can apply it. So capes exist and they are a thing, but I cannot right now equip one because I don't remember an ID for a cape.
Yeah, I can't remember the sets for any for capes. That's a bit out of my... I like to stay in the talent cave, and anything outside of that is coming like an afterthought.
Let me just take back the default ability. Where was it? Not this one, not decisive strike. Is decisive strike applying a replace spell so that I don't have the default attack spell?
No, it shouldn't. But your right mouse, left mouse click should also be casting Vindicator Strike.
Okay. So there is a question from the community: can melee still attack while they are moving? And I think this is essential for the melee class, and you can definitely attack while moving. As you can see, this is definitely something that you can do while you are attacking. One thing that is happening right now is basically the automatic rotation towards the character, which is something that I'm really looking forward to understand if we should keep on doing. I beat it, Yukoku, by the way. But yeah, moving and attacking as a melee is essential, and it needs to happen constantly. Can you still basic while silenced? That is something in previous tests you could do. I don't think you can cast. Do you have a silence spell?
Hold on.
Maybe you can cast it on me and then I can try attacking, but I don't think it will allow me.
Yeah, it should.
No auto turn, please. Make it a skill issue. Ranger smoke bomb. You see, people are already knowing the spells.
Yeah, but I can't cast the smoke bomb on the paladin because it requires energy, and the paladin.
Can the paladin carry a
mana.
shield? Absolutely,
Yes.
it can. Absolutely, it can. This is the offhand SWAT, where you can apply the shield. Yeah, remove this K
Oh,
NPC.
you don't.
Okay. Okay. Can you apply?
I won't see now.
Yeah, let me start. Am I silent? Yeah, I cannot. I cannot apply while silenced. So you, Koku learned a cheat spell so that he can silence me, and it has a visual of stun while I'm silenced. So, let's see. Right now, I cannot attack while the silence is on, and the moment when it's off, I can do that, no problem. So that's that. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Make sure that the mages can move when casting most of their skills. Koku, I know it's not the mage stream in general, but how would you answer that question? Would you make everything on the mage to be able to be casted while moving, or you would still make something different?
It depends again. That's always like a good answer for me to give, like very vague and word salady. But some spells need to be, at least they need to start off with proper casting. You're just grounded, but then with talents they can become available while moving. It's a good way to split power between spells, because if you have to be rooted in place, that means you are an easy target. which means you need to have the trade-off. Now that spell needs to be very powerful. So this is how you can create different scenarios of spells, having a portion where you need to be mobile or not mobile. But I wouldn't lean into just one way or the other. I would like to have a mixture of stationary spells and spells that I can cast on the move. And I'm talking about cast times, not obviously instant spells you can cast while jumping, moving, wherever. I'm talking about spells with cast times or channel time.
Okay. One additional question. I love to play healer. We get focused to the dead all of the time. Since we have open 3 build, would it be possible to play shadow healer, meaning I go invisible heal and back up in these heals again? I'm not really sure if I can decode the question correctly, but this is more towards the would you like to create some sort of a alternative healing to the holy or something like this for the paladin?
For the paladin, I don't think so, but definitely you can keep an eye on a class called the necromancer. He might have different ways of healing allies and minions.
Okay. Will the paladin be able to take the role of the tank, mob binding? Would you see it as a clear tank? Because this is most likely somebody who joined recently in the stream and has not covered previously. So
yes.
Let's conclude the stream by you again explaining all the different roles of the paladin and what more you would do about the paladin in future.
So the 3 main roles would be a tank, a damage dealer, and a leaning towards quasi support. And these 3 stuff you can either double down into those directions or have a mix of those 3. So you can be like a tank support, you can be damage support, or you can be support. This is up to the player's agency to decide what path they will actually go through in the talent tree. Maybe you can have the talent tree open while we're mentioning that. Yeah. So it's again, it's about which 2 starter nodes you would pick, and not just that. Your path also depends on which directions you will go while you go deeper and deeper into the talent tree, because it's not enough to just pick your starter ones. You need to also think about your journey through the whole of the talent tree.
Okay. So guys, first I want to say very big thank you to Coco. Big shout out to Coco, who took time from his family to sit down here on the Sunday stream with you guys to showcase his devoted work on the Paladin. He is a really nice guy who is doing everything in his power to make sure that he makes the classes fun and engaging for you guys. Today's stream was packed with a lot of cool stuff around the Paladin. We showcased the whole talent tree and everything that we can build currently with it. This is not final, and there will be a lot more things to be improved in future. Playtest is coming, a community is growing, and make sure that you wishlist our game, and after that hop on directly on our Discord. Without further ado, I would love to wish you, Coco, a great night, and to all of you guys, be happy, be healthy, and I would like to see you again on the next Sunday. Thank you all. Bye bye.
Hark, brave souls, the night grows late. The fire dims, yet greens await. The tales are told, the danger's gone. We all have followed Armegon. The banners fall, the horns grow still. The moon now rises o'er the hill. Scars of honor, battles fought, memories made and lessons taught. Though this night draws to an end, Our song lives on, my loyal friends. Fear not the dart nor closing scene, for we shall gather here again.
Follow, follow, follow Armegon. Return again, come everyone. Scars of honor are legend spun. Come back next week, the tales go on.
Raise your voices, speak once more. Let the chat resound and roar. Share your stories, bring your cheer, for we'll return, the day draws near. 7 nights of fleeting span, we'll meet again as heroes can. Fire waits, the hall shall ring, with songs of battle we shall sing.
Follow, follow, follow Armegon. Return again, come everyone. Scars of honor are legend spun. Come back next week, the tales go on.
Hush now, heroes, rest your heads. Dream of quest and battle spread. Next week's dawn will light the way, and we shall fight another day.
Follow, 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 follow Armegon. Return again, come everyone. Scars of honor are legend spun. Come back next week, the tales go on.